things in terms of a lot of infra, a lot of new machinery and equipment. And then the tao is the biggest challenge kasi even though you hire, nawawalan, nag-abroad kasi mas malaki ang kita, no? I recall what we also did is to upgrade all of the pay, no? For example, I think our nurses are now 35 across the board. Dati mga 20 na tinatayo. And then nakikita po natin ang competitor din natin is not only abroad, which we can't compete with talaga kasi iba ang foreign currency. Our competitors also DOH. So it's good to benchmark the pay scale of MMH and DOH. Kasi syempre kung ayaw mag-abroad, baka MMH or Manila. So that's why we have to be close at the very least to itong DOH levels of sweldo. We also agreed for Pantian, diba, to already be sort of an MMH extension because Pantian Hospital is so far, so hard to manage. We've never really been able to fully activate it as a hospital. There's a big building there kasi tinayo bilang isolation facility, if I remember correctly, in COVID. So that one, parang we're happy to turn over to MMH kasi talagang headache po to. Alam niyo, super hirap mag-manage ng hospital bilang governor. Let's be honest, diba? Hindi naman kami doctor. So like ako, I had to learn a lot about hospital administration and all this, no? RadTech, MedTech, ibang-ibang machines, warranty, servicing, post-sales, yung mga corruption sa hospital, sorry to say, meron din in terms of the agas, diba, mga professional fees. So very, very complex po ang isang hospital. And even harder kapag may full-time na trabaho ka na hindi hospital. So it's very hard for a governor to manage all of the hospitals. In fact, naalala ko, sabi nga ni Sen sa akin ng 19, sabi niya, yeah, you have to fix the hospitals. I was never able to do it. Yan ang parang gift. Bad gift, but yun ang gift niya sa akin. Fix the hospitals, put up the transfer hub, finish the big three. Those are the things that she was not able to do because as God, you can't do everything, you know? So you just prioritize the most important things.